Epstein. Every minute there is something that is being said about this connection, right? And I want to get into something that Jon Stewart said recently. And honestly, just very realistic prediction about what would happen with MAGA if 45/47's name shows up in the unredacted Epstein files. Because let's be honest, we already know that they go through all of these mental gymnastics to defend, to just be on standby when it comes to supporting any and everything or to deflect. But John laid it out in a way that I feel like it perfectly captures how extreme this deflection, the denial, and the delusion would be. So let's talk about it. What's up? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the politics and BS. Before I play the clip, the thing that really aggravates me about this whole situation, about this whole story, is the fact that we have to use the word if. If his name shows up in the unredacted files. The fool is in all of these pictures with Jeffrey Epstein and this woman who is in prison who has been getting the privilege or who has gotten the privilege. All right? Not getting, has received, gotten, past tense. Got the privilege of being moved from a maximum security prison to a minimum security prison. What the hell are we even talking about right now? But the fact that we have to even say if or allegedly or blah, 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 when I've seen him in more pictures and videos with Jeffrey Epstein than I care to see. It's just disgusting. So let's just get into this clip, guys, real quick.
If Trump were to be in the Epstein files, and that's a very big if.
I'm sorry, if. Did they not look at the emails today? When did they ask this question? If he said he was going to sue, that's when you know, when Trump comes out, he says, I'm going to sue Rupert Murdoch for insinuating that it's, when was the last time you heard about that lawsuit? It's gone. It's gone because he's in it.
Yes. Do you think he would lose any support?
No.
Really?
It's really hard to imagine.
Do you guys, Jillian, you think he might?
Yeah, I feel like if there was like we already have hit the threshold where it should be disqualifying with so many things with him. It's like, what else would you need to see? Like, this guy was like one of his best friends. Like, there's photos of them together. There's videos of them together ogling at young women. Like, we've seen what we need to see. So I don't know what else could possibly
That's right.
push the needle here.
I have seen more pictures of them together than with like some of my best friends. Like they have more of a scrapbook with each other than many of the people that I'm great friends with.
But here's the thing. How do the Republicans spin this? Like, how does he get out of this?
The way he gets out, like I've always said, it's Wile E. Coyote versus the Roadrunner. And every time we keep thinking 34 felonies, that'll get him. Oh my God, that thing he said on Access Hollywood. And every time Trump just comes in and goes, meet, and flies away. And I think it's the same thing. You could have, it could be the pictures of him and illegal sex trafficked women from Epstein in a like forced human caterpillar or Ouroboros. And they'd find a way to say, well, but Hunter Biden's laptop was, worse and Burisma and it's fake and none of it ever happened. Jillian's exactly right. Everything we need to know about it is real, is that it is plausible because of the relationship that they had. That wasn't his like softball buddy. That was his international model buddy. That's what they did together. They weren't bingo friends. They weren't backgammon friends. They didn't play pickleball. They played tickleball.
Oh my God. Child, when I tell you, yeah, disgusting.
Oh no.
Yeah, I shouldn't have. It just came to me as I was talking about it.
It happens like that sometimes, and I get it. But let me tell you something. He's not lying. And it's a sad fact. I know that there have been people like Nick Fuentes, and I even talked about it before too. There's like MAGA's over, MAGA's dead. And as far as a political movement, that may be true. But when it comes to this situation with this MAGA movement, not the political movement per se, it's a cult. And they may not like when you say that about it, but that's exactly what it is. The conspiracy, you know, they're going to switch into victim mode, all of this deep state bull crap, and, just saying everyone else is lying. But when it comes to this stuff, not even court documents or survivor testimony is going to make them sway. It may for a few people here and there, but as far as those really deep, deep MAGA people, it was never really about politics. They were looking for something that they could worship. To be honest with you, it's a cult. And, they'd say things like, "Oh, this is fake, it's AI. They're just trying to smear his name." You don't need to try to smear Trump's name. Trump is smear. Like, he is the shit stain. Like, seriously, to smear him? Like, really? It's like the opposite. It's not someone putting shit on him and smearing him. He is the shit that is being smeared all over America. The fact that he is the president of the United States is absolutely ridiculous. And listen, I'm not sitting here going back and forth with anybody about Biden because I'm never here to champion him either. When I talked about it during the election last year, what I said was I would prefer him over this creep. That doesn't mean that I liked him or I wanted him to be the president. Like, seriously, I don't even understand why this is even an argument or a conversation, at the least, with anybody when it comes to this creep. I would prefer anyone else over him. I don't like JD Vance. I would prefer him over this clown. Even JD Vance, we know he's a sellout, okay? He said himself out of his own mouth that this man is America's next Hitler, okay? All of this with these people is about business. I don't want him to be the president, let's be clear, but what I'm saying is this man has been in it from the giddy up for himself. Nothing in him is about anyone else but him. So all of the moves that he's been making, everything has been self-serving. It's never been about the country or the people or politics. All of this for him has been about business. And he allowed his ego that was so strong and his hatred for Obama that was so deep to want to one up and get in this race because he felt like if that, and I'm just going to say how I feel so you can get insulted if you want, but this is how he felt, because there have been plenty of people who already came out here and said that he's used this word. He felt like if that nigger can be the president of the United States, then I definitely can be too. He didn't think that he was going to be the president, but he ran for president as a marketing ploy. Everything for him was about business, okay? So, with all of that being said, these MAGA cult members, they're similar to the FLDS. If you're familiar with that, that's just one of these cults. Their leader, Warren Jeffs, he's in prison for life. Don't you know a lot of those people are still under his leadership? And he's still commanding them and they're still following what he says, and the man is in prison for life. And one of the things that they see about him is they feel like, oh, he is being persecuted for his religious beliefs. He's just like Jesus. They crucified Jesus. So a lot of these MAGA cult people, they feel the same way about 45/47, and they feel like this is like that. It's disgusting, but it's real. So the point that Jon Stewart he made, the reaction with these people, how they just have so much loyalty, but also the hypocrisy when it comes to anyone else. And it's like, if And I didn't even play the video before. I wanted to have a natural reaction to it. So when I talked about the fact that we're using the word if, I had no idea that he was saying the same thing because it's true. The fact that we have to even use the word if. So if the files name Trump, they will burn everything that is true to the ground before they ever admit it. And it's because of pride. And you know what the Bible says, pride comes before a fall and before destruction. So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.